I am in Urbana with Renee. Renee's music studio. I, first of all, can't believe you've been teaching for 20 years. You don't even look 20. So that's amazing to me in itself. You're a mom of 3 kids?
3 boys.
Three boys. Do any of them play piano or sing?
We're still working on that. Yeah, they're young enough that there's still potential.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think anytime parents do anything, it's the first thing they reject for a while, and then they might come back around, which is great. You teach out of your home and online.
Mm-hmm.
I think the technology part is pretty cool, because when I was a kid and took piano lessons, it was like once a week, and then you had to kind of almost relearn when you got back to the piano the week later, and this is able to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about kind of what got you to this point. Were you teaching in schools before? Like, were you a music teacher, or how did that come about?
I wasn't. So I've always done private lessons, done like some group classes here and there, like homeschool music, things like that. I actually have like a mommy and me, parent and me kind of class that I teach through Frederick County Parks and Rec. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always done private lessons. And then recently I actually started working on a skill myself as an adult. And as I worked with my coach, she said, okay, Renee, this is what I want you to work on, and see you next week. And I was like, whoa. I'm not going to do well with this. Like, I don't want to be practicing this incorrectly. I have to relearn it. Just what you just said about piano, right? Yeah. And so I said, okay, how can we make this work? She said, send me a video of what you're doing, and I'll give you my feedback. It was fantastic. Yeah. So I was getting, this feedback that I could implement right away. It made me feel so much confident about my practice time. It was actually effective, and I was making progress so much more quickly. And so I thought to myself, what if I did something like this with my own students? Yeah. So that is part of the program. My program is called Piano 360 and Voice 360. And so because it's kind of this full circle of education, we've got these other avenues in which the students are going to learn outside of just the 30-minute or 45-minute private lesson. Yeah. So the students, they send me a video of them playing their song or singing their song, and then I send them a video with my feedback. And they can watch that video as many times as they want, take notes, and keep learning from that throughout the week.
Yeah, and then they kind of have this storage of things that they can refer back to. That's great. And I agree with you 100%. When somebody tells me something and says, okay, now go do it, I'm petrified, because you're overwhelmed at the time anyway, and you're trying to learn and do things, and you want it to be accurate. Did you play piano as a child till adulthood? Okay.
Yeah. So I took piano lessons. That was something that me and my brothers, we all did that. Yeah. But my instrument that I always kind of went towards was singing. Always sang. Grew up in church, so had lots of opportunities to sing in church. That was my thing. I was just telling somebody today how my guidance counselor in high school, she said, Renee, you're trying to major in music in high school. And I'm like, well, what was wrong with that? Like, here I am. Yeah. My business is a music business, so I took all the music classes I could.
There you go. So you are really now looking to expand to adults.
Absolutely.
And I think that is wonderful, and we spent some time talking about it, but I'd love for you to share kind of with everybody that, what you feel like this can give moms maybe who are kind of looking to connect maybe with something they did when they were younger, or something brand new.
Yeah. So a couple years ago, an adult mom actually came to me and wanted to learn piano. So we started working together, and after a few months, she said, Renee, this is really my therapy. She said, I love practicing piano because I'm not thinking about my kids. I'm not thinking about all the many things I have to do, my job, all these things. And she's like, I'm just in the moment of playing this song. Yeah. And it was just so beautiful. I was just so touched by that and honored to be a part of that for her. Yeah. And I thought, I want to give that to other women. You know, as women, we kind of tend to take on all of the things. And so it's like when you're learning a new instrument, whether it's piano or whether it's singing, now you have something that's yours, like that space where you can grow and you can nurture something that you can take pride in and really kind of be that therapy for you.
Yeah, and you were even saying, like, it's not necessarily that you want to go hit the road and be on Broadway or any of that. It's really just a time to decompress, kind of. And I know for me and probably most women, if you don't have the appointment to make the time, you won't make the time. So you can say, oh, I could just learn on blah, blah, blah. But if knowing you have kind of a standing appointment or a standing lesson or things like that, it's going to give you a little bit more of that drive to do it.
Well, you have the accountability to make it a priority.
Yeah, excellent. And do you do the same thing with your adults who are learning the video and they send videos and then you can... That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's a very similar setup. And then we also have an app where they have their assignments. So in there, there's a video for everything that they're working on so that they can help them to progress throughout the week. Because one of the other things that, there's a lot of great things about private lessons. However, like you said, you kind of walk away from that lesson and you might forget some things until the next week. And so I really wanted to build something that was motivating students to keep practicing throughout the week. So having these videos like, oh, I forgot how the song goes. Play, there I am, helping them through the song, and now they can keep going. Yeah,
that's amazing. Very organized, all focused around success for the student, no matter the age, and conveniently located right down in Urbana. It didn't take me long at all to get down here. And of course, if you live in this area, it's perfect for you. And whether it's children, but even more so adults, this is going to give you something to really look forward to. So where can people find out more about you and what you're doing?
Yeah, so my website is reneesmusicstudio.com. And then I do have a website that is for my online program as well for adult women, and that is reneedelvoice.com.
Okay, awesome. What is your biggest challenge that you've had to overcome? Has there been anything really significant that you feel like, oh, if I could have just, done that?
Okay, that's a good question. I think the biggest challenge that I have had is there has been a season of my life when I wasn't performing very much. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, who am I to be teaching people if I'm not out performing? And meanwhile, I have my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old and my baby running around. And so throughout now in this season, I'm able to perform a lot. And it's great. I do think that it is enhancing my teaching. I don't think that there was anything wrong with my teaching back then either.
Yeah. I'm sure not. I'm sure that was a self-evaluation.
Absolutely.
And we do this very often. And same, it's happened to me too. So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular goal or objective you'd like to achieve by the end of this year?
End of this year. So I have a program that is designed for women who want to just grow in their ability to sing online specifically. And so my goal is to really get some women in that program that it's going to benefit them. Not just their voice, but them as a person.
Yeah. And so how does that program online work? So how many women could you have in that program? Is that kind of unlimited because it's online? Is it self-paced? So they explain a little bit.
Yeah, it is specifically 8 weeks. So each week we do like the first half of our time together, we talk about a specific topic related to singing. Then the second half of that time together, we're actually applying that, going through some vocal exercises and technique to work on. And then throughout the week, they send me videos so that they're receiving my feedback throughout the week. And then they have a number of warm-up videos and other things that I've put together for them as well.
Fantastic. Where can people see? Do you perform around here now?
Yes, I do. So I perform with a friend of mine. His name is Paul Barrios.
Okay.
And so you can find us on Instagram. It's Park Valley.
Okay.
We love Stone Silo.
Okay.
That's our favorite place. So check out Park Valley on Instagram and you'll see where we're going to be.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, 80s, 90s covers.
Oh, I
Fun
love
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cover?
So we've been doing Edge of 17. We do a couple of Stevie Nicks.
See, we're going to have to come see her sing as well. Check
That'd be
out
great.
reneesmusicstudio.com for your kids, for yourself. Look, there is no age limit on musical capability, right?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
just getting a little confidence, even when you're singing in the car or things like that, would be a lot of fun. So check her out. She's amazing. And yeah, I know we're going to be hearing a lot from her coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching.